Hello, good morning, everyone. I see you're all filing in here. Yep. Okay, everybody's coming in. Hello, everybody. I'm Charlie. I'm the head roadie chord wrangler here at Momentus. So happy to have you here today for another deep dive into music with Rob Benedict. The chat is open. Love to hear from you. Where are you from? Say hello. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Megan. Okay. Yay, Austin. Let's go. God, France, New Hampshire, Germany. It's perfect. It's an international crew today. We are in for some treats, so I don't want to go on too long. I want to get us into the music as fast as possible because we have some really cool, unreleased, very special things for you today. Just a quick few points of order, rather. So the chat is open. If you have questions for Rob, we have a Q&A box there. You just tap on the box, submit your questions there. As you can see, the chat is lit up and going wild. So we just want to make sure we don't miss a question from you and we can try to get to it. If you have a meet and greet ticket, just stick around right here. We will do meet and greets directly after this event. They sold out very quickly. So if you got a meet and greet ticket, lucky you. But yeah, let's get this going here. Who's ready to do some music on a Saturday? Let's go. All right, let's bring Rob in here. Yay! Hey,
Hey, hey,
how's it going?
Charlie. How's it
All
going,
right,
everybody? Hiya. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you are in the world.
very Jim Carrey and it's gone. Never mind. Good afternoon, good evening, and good
Oh,
night.
yeah. Yeah,
um, Rob, I'm stoked for this. Our last one was so fun, and
yeah,
hearing you talk about music and then the music itself, both are awesome. So I'm really excited
yeah,
to dig in here.
yeah, yeah, me
Yeah.
too. All right, should I just take it away?
Let's take it away.
Okay. Hey, everybody. I'm super excited you're with me today. I'm going to be talking about just my songwriting process and really the whole reason for doing this is I've unearthed all these old demos and it just got me sort of reminiscing, but also just like fascinated with the process and some of the process it doesn't even have to do with me. Like I create a demo of a song and then I take it to the band and then it morphs and changes and then in some cases outside forces come in and kind of change the trajectory of a song and then it takes on a new meaning and I just I love music so much. I love making music. I love listening to music. I'm inspired by music and yeah, I thought it was really interesting to share. And then one of the things I'm going to share today is a new song that's never been released, and it's not done. It's still in the demo phase, but I can sort of take you through what that is like. But I referenced this book in yesterday. It's called The Work of Art, and Misha Collins actually gave it to Ruth and I, and Ruth and me, and it's really an amazing book. I'm just referencing it because it really has to do with kind of what I'm talking about today, and it's like how artists of all kinds. It's got authors, poets, musicians, painters, sculptors, every kind of artist. How they get inspired and what what fascinates me is that a lot of times the finished product represents something, but the instigating force that started the work had nothing to do with that, and I just love that process. Like for example, there's this painting of a it's called Bad Boy, and it's a painting of a boy staring at a naked woman on a bed. Right? It's very sort of brings up a lot of different things, and it's a striking photo, and you go whoa. But there's a bowl of fruit behind the boy, and the artist says at first he just set out to paint a bowl of fruit, and then it became this whole other thing that represents all sorts of things, media and pornography, and because it's a grown woman on the bed and a boy looking, and it's like what? But there's a bowl of fruit, and that's all he set out to make. So there's nothing like that in my songs, but I just thought that was really interesting, a great example of how art can change from inception to the finished product. So all right, I'm gonna get right into it, and I'm going to screen share this. Now I finally know what I'm doing, and we're going to give it a cool background, and we're going to go like that. Oh, wow, that's weird. I'm like floating down here. Is that what I want to do? Does that look weird, Charlie? It feels like it looks weird. I
It
didn't
may,
want.
I feel maybe we could, I don't know, like we can just move you around at any time. No, I think
Why?
there's a.
Why am I floating? Oh wait, wait, hold on. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. I got it. That's really funny.
The green screen effect is really solid as well.
Yeah, yeah,
You're so
yeah,
lifelike.
yeah. Okay, let's see if this is better. That's better.
Okay,
That's
okay.
less weird, right? Okay. All right. So, first I'm going to go over a Louden Swain song called "Lucky." So, if you don't know this Louden Swain song, the final product sounds like this. I lock my keys inside again. Oh well. Right. So that's Lucky. Back on top again. I can't tell. I thought I'd set back karma back to hell. For now, I wait on AAA. Oh well. So the fascinating thing about this song is we started writing it. The demo of it was at the very beginning of 2013. It's on our Sky Alive album, and lots of things were going on at the beginning of 2013. Well, we were writing a new album, so I was in this really creative phase, and I'm coming up with all these sort of ideas. I get it out in a demo, and I'm excited about it. I send it to the band, but in the middle of the writing and arranging of the song with the band, I had a stroke in October of 2013, and it became one of the handful of songs that we started to try to work on in my recovery of learning to sort of speak again, and you can hear that in the development of this song. But if we take it back pre-stroke, beginning of 2013, I'm going, what was I listening to that might have influenced Lucky? And again, this doesn't mean I'm trying to copy this song, but I was really into this band White Denim from Austin, Texas, actually, where Charlie is. And White Denim kind of sounds like this. They're funky. The song is it's sort of this almost has like a Grateful Dead feeling, but it's the time signatures are a bit funky. There's a song called "It's Him" by White Denim. So it's cool, and it goes into this. It has these changes in it that I loved, like this. Really fun, interesting stuff where it doesn't do what you think it's going to do, and I think that was influencing me when I wrote this song, Lucky. And so this was my original demo of Lucky. Again, I just had this. This was my idea was. That was my sort of main riff that I was sort of going off of. So it kind of starts with that, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I'm feeling this out. This is when we used to tune our songs down a half step, so there's a half a step down. I lock the keys inside again, oh well. I might be back on top again, I can't tell. So this is, again... I thought I'd sent back, come back to hell. My voice is so high, the high part was so high that I anchored it with a lower octave thing. You really don't hear that in the final version. For now, I wait on AAA, oh well. But that's the trick. Did you in, you let it spin, and you got lock it up and do your job to get it right. So like it's, again, I was trying to sort of do that da-da-da, was sort of like in that White Denim song where it kind of switched unexpectedly, did something. Normally you might go da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and maybe that is also the chorus, but I wanted to sort of do this pre-chorus that switched it up and like, oh, you're doing this thing and you don't expect to come, that ba-da-da, ba-da-da. So, different face and place a day or night. You come and rescue me from this fight. But that's the clown that got you round. You doubled down, you got lucky. So it's very similar to the final version. You got lucky. And I think the bridge is different here. We don't. It's strange what's shaking lots of us around. The time is flying by without a sound. Okay, so it's there's a little Arctic Monkeys in there too. So it's very, very similar, and this happens too a lot of times. I'll take a song into the band, and it changes again, and then it goes back to what it was. But okay, so this is 9/26, September 26, 2013. This is again, it doesn't mean anything to anybody else, but for me, it's like my life has been divided in before stroke and after stroke. So this is a month before D-Day when my life completely changed. So this is taking it into the band. Very fast. So that's just me playing with the band. So that's basically us trying to play the demo, right? And feeling it out very fast. As before Billy came up with sort of that opening bit. This is, and then we redid the bridge a little bit. So this is just me playing by myself to play the bridge isolated. Without a sound, we plead to let us play the game year round, but the rules are changing constantly for loud. Sometimes I'll do that. If I make a change, I'll just sort of like just record that part and play it for the band. And then I had the stroke in October 13th, and this is a month later. Hard for me to listen to, but it's like I think it's important to hear, and this was really more about us just trying to see if we can still play. I like to keep this light again. Oh well. If you can, sounds like I have marbles in my mouth. I thought I'd send back, coming back to hell. For now I went slip away. Oh well. But that's the truth. Did you eat? The amazing thing is that I could still hold a note, but I just was my words were completely marbles. You come and rescue me from this fight. That's the clown that got you round, you double down, you got love. You got love. I mean, it almost sounds like I'm singing gibberish, but like, yeah, that was it's such a cool moment in my recovery, because I could barely hold a conversation, but I could sing the song. Okay, coming up to the last verse. I wonder if there's a better way to get it right. Does happiness lie in my fist if I fight? There in my 7-7 and a green light. Yeah, so I mean, the band must have been freaking out because it's like I couldn't. You can't record that, but yeah. So it was just such a such an important part of my recovery. We didn't know if it was going to get much better than that, but thank God it did. And we wound up recording this, and this is the unmastered final version. And you can still hear a little bit of the sort of lisp in my throat, or at least my voice. But this is Billy Moran came up with this the lead intro.
I lock my keys inside again. Oh well.
But this is going to be early 2014 when we're finally recording it.
Tell. I thought I'd set back karma back to hell. For now I wait on AAA. Oh well.
So it's like, you can still hear a little bit of my voice, but it's so much better. And that whole album, I can hear my voice not being quite singing wise. It hits the notes. I just can't pronounce things as clearly.
But that's the trick that did you in. You let it spin and you got locked up. Do your job and get it right. Black eyes.
And Lucky is it's a really interesting, because to me, Lucky, that song, I still think we could have done a better chorus. I don't love the chorus of that song, but I love the verses. And really, honestly, that song and that whole album became about actually just being able to do it. So that was that. I remember Billy thought it was too Nirvana. He thought the verses were too much Nirvana. Smells Like Teen Spirit. But we got through it, and it represents so much now. First of all, how freaking lucky I am that I recovered from that. So yeah. All right, I want to take you back even further, ladies and gentlemen, back even further, and we're going to go to a song called Ready Steady, Louden Swain song. And Ready Steady, 2008, I was listening, again, a lot of Arctic Monkeys, their second album where he's a little bit more of a crooner, and I wrote it a complete, again, just maybe too much information, but I wrote it about a woman, a friend of mine who's just a friend, and but it was almost like a fantasy, like what would happen if we could be boyfriend girlfriend, but it was never going to happen because she's a friend and she was a friend and I was married and nothing ever happened. But it was almost, you can do anything in song, right? So it's sort of like, what would your boyfriend think? Are you ready? Are we ready? Are we steady? Are we going to do this? And but it wasn't real. None of it was real. And in fact, she doesn't even know. She's still a dear, dear friend, and she doesn't even know this was about her. So it's more fantasy than anything. But for some reason, that was the person I was envisioning when I wrote this. But a lot of times when I was married, I would do that. I would write songs about being wronged by a woman, or having a relationship with a woman or something, and it was not me. It was sort of a fantasy fiction, something that I would sort of envision in my head. But yeah, I guess this is my fan fiction. So this is the original demo. That's me playing both guitar parts, and
If I gave you a kiss,
a lot of times I'll do that knowing that I can give it to Billy and he'll make it sound better.
Face, is there something I missed? Leaving your mouth agape, should I try to enlist? Is a room on your cavalcade? Would your boyfriend be pissed?
So if you know the final versions, it's very close to this.
I was pulling rank. Are you ready? Steady. You left it so. Living in sheets, taking more. Are you ready?
So
Steady. Hard to tell. Swear I'd never tell.
And this is why I love being in a band, because like it's pretty much the song is all there. It lacks, for me, it just lacks the energy that four guys can bring to something. So this is us in rehearsal playing it together with Billy on lead guitar. Again, very fast. We always played songs. I wrote them slow. We played them, rehearsed them fast, and then we wound up being somewhere in the middle. If I gave you a kiss. So this is us in rehearsal. See, only Billy can sort of do that. That's that quick picking. To me, this is the most fun, the best part of writing a song is bringing it into the band. It just feels so good, to have them join in, to have that energy. How am I doing, Charlie?
You're doing great. There's a couple of questions I thought we could just pepper in here real quick that are sort of relevant.
Great, yeah. I'm not seeing any questions, so tell me.
No worries. You've got 17 of them that have come in so far. So just a quick one though. So Lisa asks, like, is there like an underrated or slept on Louden Swain song in your opinion? Like, what's the song that you're like, guys, this is the one that needs the attention right now? Like, what's a song like that?
I think through the years there have been lots of songs like that where I'm like, oh, this is, I know they're like sort of fan favorite songs, but they're, I think Ready Steady is a great song. I just think it's a really good song. I think this qualifies for an underrated song that even like, we especially earlier in our career, we could only produce so much. There's some songs that I feel like, oh, what could this song have been if it were, produced by Rick Rubin, one of the best music producers out there, if it was rearranged and produced by the top music producers, and I think Ready Steady is one of them. I think it could have been a radio song. I think we have a couple songs like that. I think, I think this could be one of them.
There are several that are in this vein, but who is influencing you right now? Who are you listening to right now? Kayla asked, are there any obscure artists that inspire you creatively that you wish more people would know about?
Yeah, I get so inspired by artists. I get obsessed with bands. Like I always feel like I'm having a love affair with a band, a couple of years ago was this band Idols, which really isn't like the kind of music we make, but I love that band so much, and I just Lord knows I've had an affair with Pearl Jam for 20 years now, but I'm really into this band right now called Geese. I'm obsessed with them, and that's like all I'm listening to, and again, my music doesn't necessarily sound like that, but it inspires me to make music like that, and I keep sending it to the band, like, listen to this Geese song, listen to what they're doing here, listen to this, watch how the bass and the drum like have a conversation through the song. And so Geese is my sort of alternative band I'm into right now. For a while in the early 2020s, I was into Pine Grove, this band Pine Grove. I just think he's a brilliant lyricist, and the songs are so easy and just so effortless, and I love that band too.
Love it.
And so, I tried to sort of give some influences before some of these songs. Ready Steady. Again, to me, when I hear it, there's a Arctic Monkeys second album was sort of that way.
A lot of people in the chat are talking about Pop-Tart Heart as well as being one of those that's like,
oh, totally, yeah, and and I always feel like that gets the fan acclaim it deserves, because people know about it.
What you do?
I want to play a song that's never been heard before. This is going to be a song that I want to record for my next solo record, but I've recorded a demo. Now, this is my inspiration for the melody of this song. This is from the soundtrack to Oliver, the musical Oliver. But this is a song that just, the melody of it is like, makes me want to cry. It's so good. When she starts singing.
As long as he needs me. Oh yes.
She's upset right now.
Needs me. He knows he needs me. When he is gone.
That's the bridge.
I feel inside the love I have to hide.
So the melodies na 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 da 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 da. That's a sort of melody that was stuck in my head, and so are you still seeing? Yeah, I'm gonna have to reshare. Okay, so this is this demo. This based on that sort of melody that was in my head.
It's true. You started with nothing. It's true. You folded with clay.
So I really just love that melody, and I wanted to bring that melody into the chorus of this song.
The view, it faded away. But you are the maker, the builder of dreams. You apostle, you faker, you live and you breathe. But I never said I could. I only said I would. If you ask a song of me, I'll sing it.
So like I was really influenced by that melody, and I put it into the chorus of the song. That na 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 na. It's the most odd like sort of reference I've ever had. Like it's to coming from the musical Oliver. But yeah, and the lyrics of the song wound up being sort of like I'm talking to my old self, and sort of making amends with my older self and my former self, and sort of dealing with the present.
If it's all the same to you, I'd like another.
So I had that right, and
no spoilers and no redo.
And then I added some
I'll wing it.
background vocals.
Fade in.
I doubled the lead vocal.
Dine in with kings. Fade in. You are the royalty. You are the royalty. You serve.
Double the guitar.
The cake and the stew. You serve.
Added bass.
And forget your cue. You author, you poet, you trader within. You artist, you sucker, you lose and you win. And I never said I could. I only
Added some
said I would. You ask a lot of me.
added drums.
I need
I had some violins.
If it's all the same to you, I'll take another clue. No spoilers and no redo. I'll win.
So I just thought that was kind of cool to show you, sort of like I'll get obsessed with a demo. I love that that I really love the melody of the song, and so I just kept adding things, and it can get tricky when you then go to record with a band, or in this case, I'd maybe go record with Tyler in Nashville, who did my last album, and it's almost too finished, because I sent it to him, and he was like, "Wait, is this already done?" And I'm like, "Well, no, I mean the demo is, but I'm okay, like redoing it." But it's see, it's very orchestrated. So anyway, very orchestrated and kind of finished demo, but yeah. So that's coming on the next solo record. Anyway, back to songs that you do know. There's a song called "The Company" that, and the cool thing about this one is, this comes from an early a piano song that Mike Borja wrote, the bass player of Louden Swain. And so Mike rarely, I mean, usually I write the songs and then the band kind of gets in there and like spices it up. Occasionally, 30% of the time, Billy will write a song and I'll do lyrics over it. But Mike, who used to be a chief songwriter early in the band, doesn't bring as much stuff. And so when he does, I'm like, let's do this. And he's got a great melody. He's got great sense of, he's a great piano player, and he's got great stuff he writes. So he wrote, so this is him and Billy at a convention in the green room doing this. So that's Billy kind of trying to come up with the melody. Mike's playing piano. And you'll hear the walk down that Company. So I was like, oh, there's something there. We Mike thought it sounded like a Coldplay song, so it was called Coldplay-ish for a while. And this is Mike. Okay, so this is Mike. Sort of taking a crack at it. He's not singing words, he's just sort of singing a melody. I love Mike's voice. It sounds a lot like my voice to me, and that's why I think we sing so well together. I think that's a secret power of Louden Swain. So that would have been about 2019, right before another major event called COVID. And so in early 2020, after lockdown, we Mike was like, can you write lyrics to this one? And I loved it. I loved this assignment. It was kind of like She Waits with Billy, because there was no, I was a a track without you singing, and I kind of came up with my own melody to it, and which is just a really fun thing to do, to try to fit a melody into someone else's music. And this is a song I was listening to at the time. I was listening to The National a lot. And this is a song by a band called The National, who's another band that I love, that I'm obsessed with. Again, there's something about the piano that makes me want to burst into tears. And I just gone through this big breakup, the biggest breakup of my life. Got a divorce, and I was just I was listening to the National a lot. It was like getting me through. To me, these songs are about me. And there's something about his writing. It reminds me of the author Raymond Carver, who wrote about domestic problems better than anyone else. And there's something about the lead singer of the National that does the same thing. And again, it's I think it's fiction. I think he's happily married, but his songs have so much in them. So that's called Nobody Else Will Be There by the National, and that was kind of influencing me. So I said, Mike, send me the music. I actually did a little edit of his music to fit what my lyrics were, and then this is what I sent back to the band. So this is through COVID, so we're not together. Mike sends me the piano part. I sit down, I play it on this program, Logic Pro, and then I sing along to it. And to me, this is another Louden Swain song, a bit underrated maybe. It's the most raw lyrics I've ever written. It's all real, very too real.
The heart your sister drew, the broken lemonade, 50 cents we overpaid. Most of all, it's the company. It's not that check you sent me, or the day you left me. It's not the photograph tucked away behind a map. It's not the days.
To me, this is a song about breakup and just the sadness.
Most of all, it's the company.
I miss the company. I was feeling very alone, and we were all locked out alone in our houses. This part's a little different than the finished version. So that's that, and then we got everybody together, and it sounds.
But I can let it be. The river flows.
I mean, that's production right there. You can sort of see what.
So I row on aimlessly, mystified and breaking free. Memories set my heart on fire when we were kids. To admire the beautiful banks, the given trees, the circus freak I seem to be. The razor sharp wit right at me. Anger people rarely see.
There's a lot going on here, too. The drums, what Billy's doing on the guitar, makes it sound like violins. That was really cool. I also love what we did with the beginning of this song. Again, we wanted to create more, and I think it's really cool to listen to. Like the piano that I just played you was just Mike's piano and my voice. Sounds great. There's so much there. I remember Norton called me and he was like, "These are the best lyrics you ever wrote," and it was like the hugest compliment. Because that's not like Norton to do. But it was missing the production of, like, again, that's why you take it to the whole band, but just the energy there and the ambiance. And so we get to do stuff like this, which
I miss all of my shit
that
tonight.
sort of like, I love that. It really creates that ambiance. So, yeah. I know we're running out of time. I'm going to do one more, okay? Charlie, is that all right?
Yeah, you got it.
Because I promised people I'd do Star. And again, this is just another sort of song by the band The National. This is around the same time. Oops, sorry. This is oh no, that's the same song. Well, I was way into The National. Is that the same? Yeah, it's the same song. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, there's that whole album that song by The National's on is terrific. But this is also 2020. What I love about this, you guys, is that wrote Star when I was shooting my penultimate, my very last episode of Supernatural. The penultimate episode of the series was my last episode, and we had to. You probably heard the story before, but we had to. When we went to Canada because of COVID, it was August of 2020. We had to quarantine for 10 days. So Jensen, Jared, myself, and Jake Abel were all quarantining in our individual rooms, and we were Zooming every night to sort of say hey and not be alone. And of course, I did a lot of talking to Ruth Connell during that time, and I wrote the song for her. And also, again, a lot of my first solo album is about sort of picking up the pieces after my divorce and then my beginning this relationship with Ruth. And so the verses of this song are a little bit about picking up the pieces, and the chorus is about Ruth. And so I sent her this, and I recorded this in the little room that the one room apartment that Supernatural would put me up in. And this is just me on the recorder of my phone, just playing to my phone, and I sent it to her.
Anger deep inside of me, nowhere left to hide. Bury it, kill it whole, you know it's still alive all this time. All this time. Now I see you yesterday, now I know the truth. There was a distant man, a shadow, a house that lies in ruin all these nights. All these nights.
It's funny, I remember being nervous while I was playing it, only because I was going to play it's for her.
But then I see you.
This is the punchline.
What you are. You're a fucking gift to me. You're my star.
It was just for her, and at this point I wasn't like, I'm gonna make a solo record. I just knew the song wasn't quite a Louden Swain song, and I didn't know what to do with it.
Tragedy loves company, looks good on a page.
And the interesting thing about this, the bridge changed after I.
Then I see you for what you are. You're a fucking gift to me. You're my star.
This is where the bridge would come in.
If this is a trip, then let me drive the van.
The chords are different.
I don't know where I'm going, but I think I have a plan.
All right, so it's very quiet, very me by myself, and then I took it to Tyler in Nashville and Peter. And we workshopped it. And Tyler was playing piano, and it added this whole almost haunting version.
Inside of me, nowhere left to hide. Bury it, kill it whole. You know it's still alive all this time. All this time on a page.
So, so this is us just sort of live playing it.
I see behind that understanding.
There's the chorus.
Then I see you for what you are. You're a fucking gift to me. You're my star.
And that's Peter. And I love that part. Peter is Emma, if you know Emma. He's her old boyfriend, but he's a great guy, an amazing musician, and we workshopped it up in his studio, and that's where we sort of did the bass of every song, and he came up with that, and I was like, oh my god, that's a trick. I mean, I never would have thought to do that, and that is such my favorite part of the song.
This is a trip, and let me drive the van.
So he also did that. He did that. He helped me rearrange the chords of the bridge. So that's us sort of working it out. So what we did actually in like north of Tennessee in Kentucky, and then we came back down to Nashville and recorded this sort of the final version. And so it's so cool. It's like that original guitar part is almost like non-existent. Now it's about that piano, that lead guitar, but the feeling of the song is all still there.
All this time, all this time.
There we go, Charlie.
And I was not prepared for the the emotions today. That's
yeah. Oh, me neither. And that's why I when I was putting them together, I was like, I should warn people.
Yeah, you should give a content warning. Wet roads ahead. Like, Jesus, man.
Yeah.
Let me do this real quick. There's a couple of questions that I want to hit real quick from the audience, because there's a lot of support here, a lot of questions also about your process a little bit. I think, Katie here asked, like, do you have a specific process for taking thoughts and putting them on paper and making them into music? And other people say, how do you know when it's done?
Right.
Do you have any like sort of quick takeaways about how you transform ideas into music?
Right. That's a great question. There's not a set thing. It's not like, well, I always do this and I have to do this. Most of the time I pick up a guitar and I just start playing it. And if it's a chord progression that just I've never played before, I just keep playing it over and over again. If I like it, then I'll record it. I'll record just myself on my voice memo app. Yeah, and I'll just play that, and then if it sticks with me, I'll come back the next day. I'll play it again, and then I start sort of singing along to it. That's usually what happens, and then sometimes I'm like, this is a song, and I like sit down at the computer and I pull up my notes app, and I start like writing lyrics, and that's like the easy version. The more drawn out version is like, then I'm not happy with that, and I come back and I kind of scrap that and I start again. I take a long walk. A lot of times I'll go running or take a walk, and lyrics will come and a new melody will come. Very, very seldom do I do the thing I just showed where I love that melody in that song from Oliver, and I wanted to put that into the chorus of this song, and I almost write it around that melody. That's rare for me. Usually it starts with just me playing on my guitar. And in terms of it being I never know when it's finished. A lot of times, bringing the song into the band and the band giving their final sort of stamp on it will mark the end. But, there are songs of mine and songs of Louden Swain's that I feel like aren't finished, but they're finished. You know what I mean? Like I said, Lucky, I never loved that chorus. I think we could have done better, but that's Lucky. That's what that is. I just watched for like the third time I watched the documentary on the Beatles that it's on Disney Plus, and Paul McCartney talks about, everybody was like, the White Album shouldn't have been 2 records. It should have been 1 record. It's actually, it's too many songs. And he's like, screw that. It's the freaking Beatles White Album. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, you could say what you want, but it's the Beatles White Album. So like, I also think like, well, that's Lucky. That's what Lucky is. It's and I kind of embrace that, There are songs like the song we have called Juliet. It doesn't have a traditional sort of verse, chorus, verse thing. It's more verse, verse, verse. And at the end, there's kind of a chorus. Yeah. And I always thought, like, should we have made it more verse, chorus, verse? But like, no, that's what it is. So at some point you have to step away and go like, that's what this wants to be,
Yeah. And just the person that you are and the band that you are and the voice that you have then is that moment, and just letting that sort of be. Yeah, exactly.
And the ones that really, like, again, like The Company, to me, it makes me very emotional to talk about it, but I'm really happy that it's there because it's a snapshot.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you, Rob. That was such a cool deep dive. And again, I think the first one was great. This was equally, if not better. I think, and everybody here is just, you've been warned. If we do another one of these, they're asking for like station breaks. Like, we're going to go into all the things.
Right? Oh yeah, I got station break stuff. Yeah, definitely, for sure. And just
Well,
so everyone knows, I have a playlist that I'm letting everybody take with them. We're going to give you a Dropbox link, and there's some on there that I didn't play today, but they're just the original demo for Present Time or No Time Like the Present, and the original demo for Big One is on there, and yeah, and then also all the ones I talked about, including the new song. So you'll have that.
amazing. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Rob.
Yeah.
This has been rad as usual. And yeah, we're gonna be moving on to meet and greets now.
Okay.
So we'll be doing that. So if you have a meet and greet, just hang out right here. If you don't, I'm gonna have to throw you out of the club, out of the concert hall. I'm so sorry. Like you've made a terrible mistake. But I appreciate everybody here.